So I just came from the gym, and obviously, I'm looking a little raggedy, but I wanted to get on and talk about what getting jacked will actually signal to women. Because a lot of you have misconstrued the idea of getting jacked as just a self-image thing, because I've mentioned that. I've said top of funnel, you're attractive, you look good from afar, you'll have more women who are interested in you approaching them or them even approaching you. That's a fact. If you haven't experienced that yet, there's probably a lot more wrong with you than just how you look. There's probably a certain aura that you put out that nobody wants to be around you. And that's a whole nother video. But this video now is all about what getting jacked will actually signal to women, because a lot of you don't necessarily understand the psychological effects that a really nice physique looks like. And when I say getting jacked, I'm just saying under 15% body fat. That's it. Some of the peons will say, "Oh, Markel, you look like you're over 15% body," because you've never seen someone who's in shape before like that. I'm under 15% body fat. I believe I'm around 11 to 12% body fat, maybe 13 on a bad day. But I'm below 15, and you need to be below 15, because when you are jacked and a woman sees you, even if a man sees you from the perspective of wanting you a part of his network, wanting to be friends with you, I get approached by a lot of guys and a lot of women for the romantic part, but also from a lot of guys from the point of they want me in their social circles. Right? Because when you get jacked, it signals, especially to women, because that's what a lot of you guys want right now. You want the woman. I know, because my videos around women do the best. The thing is, it shows self-control. It shows self-discipline. This is what women appreciate the most about a jacked physique. It's not the physique itself. That's another thing I will say. Part of it is the attraction that you have in terms of your clothes fitting and just the overall message that you're putting out about yourself in terms of who you are as a male. But when it comes down to morals and principles, when it comes down to the way that you think, it signals that you have control over your desires. See, when I see someone who's a fat slob who looks like a sack of oatmeal, what I think about is that that person has no control over their life. They have no control over the things that they consume. They have no control over what they do in their day, how they choose to go about their day. Because when you go to choose about your day and you work out first and you make sure that that gets out of the way, you pay your dues per se, that signals a lot about your overall discipline and your trustworthiness. See, a woman that sees a skinny dude or a dude that's a fat slob that looks like a sack of oatmeal, she's not going to trust him. She's not going to trust him because what is there to trust? You look like you're not trustworthy. You look like somebody that all you do is you play video games all day and you don't even care about yourself. So how are you going to care about the other person? How are you going to care about the feelings of the other person? How are you going to care about, just overall life? You're not somebody that's trustworthy. Guys don't even want to be talking to you or associated with you because you're not a trustworthy person. So how does it make sense? So that's where my whole point around getting jacked signals the fact that self-control is at the beginning of everything that you do. You're literally a person who's disciplined. You will get things done. You will provide. You will protect. All of those things. Because a man who does not have control is a very dangerous man, and in a negative way. Right? In a very negative way. You have no control. You have no control over your desires. You have no control over what you do. You could be extremely you don't have emotional control. See, fitness and even martial arts, they teach you emotional control. So you don't get overly excited. You don't get overly upset. This is why a lot of guys end up hitting women a lot, right? Because they're not controlled emotionally. Now, I'm not saying getting jacked is going to solve your emotional control issues, but it signals that you have some form of control. And you need that form of control to be successful as a man. So the more that you start to showcase your actual self-control is the more that you will start to honestly even get approached by women, because you're going to be respectable. See, all men want power, respect, and love. Those are the three things that they want. I don't care what you say. And if you don't want that, you're a peon. You're a peon because you've literally been tricked into believing that that stuff doesn't matter, when literally it runs society. It literally runs society. It runs the hierarchy of men. It runs the hierarchy of men when it comes to dating. It runs the hierarchy of men when it comes to social settings, when it comes to your network. It literally power, respect, and love, right? And within love, there's loyalty. Within respect, there's loyalty. You will have the most loyal woman when you are in the best shape of your life and you maintain it and she sees the work that you're putting in every day. Obviously, she also needs to see that you're providing financially, of course, right? That's what the role of a man is. And also you're becoming dangerous. You're training. You're training at a martial arts gym. You're learning fighting. You're learning how to use a gun. All of these different things matter. But at the end of the day, you need to get in the best shape of your life if you want to turn your dating life around. I don't care. I see fat people all the time saying, oh, I can get women. Yeah, they like you because you're funny. They're not going to stay with you. And when they get with you, they're just going to get with the guy who's in shape and cheat on you. And you're going to be mad. And then you're going to go into your little revenge arc. You're going to post all these dark videos with you in the gym getting right because you just got your heart broken because you don't fucking understand that women literally want you to be in shape. They are attracted to people who are in shape. That is why they cheat on the extremely rich guy who's fat with the trainer who has literally one millionth of the money that elite corporate mogul has. There's a reason for these dynamics. There's a reason why. And I say this because I've experienced it myself. I haven't actually had them cheat on their husbands with me, but I've been advanced in that situation. I've literally had those advancements happen because of how I look. I had no money at the time. I was just I wouldn't say broke, but I didn't have money. I was broke compared to them. When it came to being a trainer at a local gym, I was confused. Yeah, I was at an elite gym. It was Wellesley, Massachusetts. If you ever look that up, it's one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in Massachusetts. And there were a lot of wealthy women who were looking and they were trying their luck. And when I would have conversations with them, I say, are you married? They're like, yeah, but I don't really like him. He's kind of boring. And, he's just gotten out of shape. That's why I like being in the gym, because I get to see guys like you. Literally, this happens in real time. So all of you that are complaining and saying, oh, all he talks about is, yeah, because you need to do it. You need to get in the gym and you need to train and you need to dial in on your nutrition. I have videos on this. I don't need to make another one. I just need to somehow convince you that's watching this right now that being a fat slob should be the worst thing. It should be the first priority for you to change. Being a sack of oatmeal should be the first thing that you change. It is one of the few things that if you put in action right now, you will start to see results on a weekly basis. Start with 100 push-ups a day if you don't want to go to the gym. Start with 100 pull-ups. Find a branch or something and start doing pull-ups. There are ways to get in shape. Start cutting down on the artificial shit that you eat. Start cutting down on all of the processed foods that you consume and eat whole foods. Start with that. I'm giving you basic things that can actually transform your entire physiology. But what I'm going to find in the comments are people who complain and say that it's not true and say that this is a bunch of bullshit when it's really not. And they don't read the room, seeing all of the guys who are saying that getting jacked actually did change their life with women. Getting jacked actually made women look at them a different way. It signaled that they have self-control. It signaled that they actually want to improve their lives. That is what this is going to change. But no, a lot of you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. A lot of you are so fucking insecure that the fact that I'm not wearing a shirt in my own home troubles you. You tell me to put on a shirt because you don't even like how you look. When I see someone who, in my perspective, looks good, I admire it. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That inspires me. I don't just get on the comments, yeah, put a shirt on. Yeah, put a shirt on. You keep showing your body like that's so superficial. You show this, you show that. All you guys have to do is fucking complain. That's why you stay the same. That's why no girl wants to talk to you. That's why you're alone in your mom's basement. That's why. Because all you do is complain about things that you actually can control. You act like you can't control it. You act like you can't change your physique. You act like, oh, it's because of genetics. I mean, you know, you want to know something about genetics? I have people in my family that are overweight. I have people in my family that have diabetes. I have people in my family that have high blood pressure. I have people in my family that have had cardiac arrest. I've had these health issues in my family. But I've changed my entire course of my health myself. Obviously, thanks to God too, for giving me the vision to be able to do it. I have some faith. I'm not religious, but I do believe in God. You don't have to. I don't care whether you do or if you don't. I know people are going to take this and then write comments around this and focus on this point because religion is a sensitive topic. Fuck you guys. But the people who actually are listening to the message and internalizing this and actually making a change and want to have a successful dating life, want to have a successful social life, Get fucking jacked. Like now. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you and say, oh, there's limited time left. You only have a little bit of time to, no. You have time, but the time that you're gonna waste, you're never gonna get back. So you have the time, so you think you have all these years to do it, when in reality, you're not getting the time that you're wasting thinking about this stuff back. So you might as well do it now. So I hope this was a wake-up call. I hope, people who are struggling with relationships, again, I only talk about more relationships now because that's literally what you guys fucking watch. I'm not a dating coach. Like, I don't want to be one. I don't. I want to help men become the best version of themselves, and I realize that part of that is helping them with women. That's why I make these videos. But again, I appreciate you guys. Again, if you want help with YouTube, one-on-one coaching, or group coaching, right now I have a school community that I've created that I'm starting to get guys in who want to be able to conquer YouTube, who want to have the financial freedom, who want to have the status, the power, all of that. That is in the description. Go sign up to the school. It's literally $500 a month. And $500 a month can get you to $10K a month, I promise you. All the information in there is more than enough to get you to $10K a month. The weekly group calls I do 2 weekly group calls. You don't, fuck the one-on-one. Do this. Some of you don't even have money like that. Do this. The one-on-one's gonna be too expensive. It's some of the top guys that wanna do one-on-one. Do the group shit. Promise you it'll work. All right? So I appreciate you guys. Conquer yourself, conquer your life, conquer everything, right? Conquer the world. And I appreciate you. I'm gonna catch you on the next video.